Got to do it again, right now.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you come in. Welcome to the library. Come on over. I have always wanted to be a librarian as long as I can remember, definitely since high school. My mother says that since I was about 3 years old, she told me that I was going to be a librarian. But sometime in high school I realized that I liked teaching people, but that I really didn't want to be a teacher. And I love doing research and helping people, so it just made sense. So I was born in New York, in Far Rockaway, Queens, and when I was about 2, my parents split up, and my mother and I drove across country in a Volkswagen van with 2 big dogs. And we drove from New York to Pennsylvania to Colorado, out here to California in the van, and we lived in the van the whole time. And this was in the early 70s. We had an 8-track player. My mom had a CB radio. The van was a pop-top Volkswagen, so it was like a camper. And so we just stayed in the van. We had an easy bake oven. I have all kinds of strange memories because I was young, but I have all kinds of strange memories about being in Death Valley and getting heat stroke and then snow coming in through the van windows. I am very close with my mom, exceedingly close to my mom. She's an amazing person. She's just really great spirit. She's extremely active with normal and medical marijuana and getting medical marijuana to be legalized in Florida so that people can get prescriptions if they have epilepsy or they have other illnesses that they need cannabis to help them with. Ryan and I met online in 2006, and he was living in Washington at the time, and not far from Seattle, in Seattle actually. And so for the first year of our relationship, he and I would fly back and forth, mostly him flying here for the weekend, and that's how we got to know each other. And then he moved here in 2007, and we've lived together ever since in Oakland and El Cerrito and Richmond. But yeah, we've been together for 7 years now, and he's great. He's a good guy. I don't think that, I think there's a lot of people in this world already. And I've never wanted kids, and I've never been someone who feels like the need, excuse me, to procreate. I'm also really selfish, and my boyfriend feels the same way, and fortunately all of our parents also feel the same way. They're all fine with us not having kids, and no one's pressuring us to produce grandkids or anything. And I just feel like there's way too many people on this planet already. And if you feel the need to be a parent, adopt a kid. There are plenty of kids who are in foster homes and need to be adopted. Oh, so Wanda Pepper was my dog that I had when I got her when I first moved here, and I got her when she was 6 months old. She lived to be 13 and a half, and she was very sweet, and she was a rescue, as all dogs should be rescues, and she was scared of everything. If you kind of flapped your arms, she would get kind of scared of that, or if a basketball went by, she would get scared of that. She was just a scaredy dog. And then we got BZ, and right now she's about 1.5 years, and she's a pit bull mix that I got at the Berkeley Humane Society. And she is very, very, very sweet and funny and a really happy dog. And she gets along with other dogs, and she's just kind of a little bit of a troublemaker. She's very mischievous, and she's hilarious. And she loves coming here, but she does not love sitting still and being quiet in the library, for sure. Is a Where the Wild Things Are tattoo, and I got this after Maurice Sendak passed away, who wrote Where the Wild Things Are, and he makes me really happy. I think he's very cheerful and cute and funny, and I like that he looks like he's up to no good. and he looks like he's having fun. And Where the Wild Things Are is just one of my very favorite books, and it's very inspirational, and I love it. I do have a tattoo here. Up here it says, "A book in my hand and a dog by my side," and down here is Wanda, and it says, "We belong together." And I actually got this before she passed away as a living memorial to her. But ironically, it actually looks a lot like BZ too.
My connection with Heidi, she is my work wife. We met almost 10 years ago, and she walked through the door and it was like this sound played, like, "Oh, I'd like to get to know you well. I'd like to get to know you well." That song like played in my head when she was walking through the door because it was like that instant connection feeling.
She just has like this kind of air about her that's easygoing, really down to earth, and she has this like incredible, crazy drive to just like try to make everybody feel incredibly comfortable, and she reaches out to everybody. I mean, I see it every day when I'm in there.
I have found research for them on the internet. I have gone through books with them. I have sat on the floor and recommended books and DVDs, and I have proofread papers. I've put Band-Aids on. I have hugged people. I've listened to their problems.
Right before she hired me, I think I was feeling a little off or something one day, and she kind of had this moment where she came up to me and started asking me about what was wrong. She gave me this compliment that wasn't just like something that somebody would drop casually in like a "how are you" situation where somebody's having a bad day. She described in detail a certain part of kind of how my brain works without really ever having talked to me about anything like that. It was like almost surreal because she knew this almost like totally super close part of me that nobody would know about.
1, 2, 3. We love you, Tim. Oh yes we do. We don't love anyone as much as you. When you're not with us, we're blue. Oh Timmy, we love you. We love you.
On the more the serious note, a couple years ago, 2011, I suffered a massive heart attack. I was out, I wasn't working for a couple months here at the school and struggling quite a bit to recover. And Heidi, along with Milani, created a video on YouTube called "I Love Tim." And they created sort of an "I Love Tim" campaign, sort of, and there was buttons that you still see around the school and stickers that say "I Love Tim," and that is from that particular event. And that event, I think, was instrumental in my recovery and coming back to school because, you know, I needed that. I needed sort of an uplifting, and that was a really, really great thing that I'll never ever forget.
I don't get it every day, but I get it when I recommend a book to someone and they come back to me and tell me something like, "You reminded me why I love reading," or they ask for more books, or they ask for more books like this, or something like that. Or if they come to me in any way and just tell me that I've helped them, or that I woke something up in them, or that I inspired them in some way, that's really all I need, and it makes me very happy.